Here we go. First question. I am new to running ads, but I'm ready to start. Where should I begin? So if you're new to running ads, what I would suggest is this. First of all, check out the course because there's 5 steps to running an effective funnel. One is you have to have the architecture. You have to know where you're sending people. You can't just turn on ads to your website and hope for the best. That is not a good way of, I commend you for the optimism, but that is a good way to lose your shirt. That's a good way to just lose your money to the big ad platforms. So you have to have an architecture. Typically, what I mean by that is a landing page, there's a call to action, and there's a thank you page. And it's on that thank you page where you put this thing called a conversion. The conversion is the thing that is moving the business forward. So that is somebody booking a demo with you, that is somebody booking a phone call with you, that is somebody watching your webinar, downloading your lead magnet, buying something for you, signing up for a 2-week trial, you get it. So after they do that, after they convert, that needs to be found in your analytics. And your UTMs that we've just been talking about attach all the way down to those. So after that, we need retargeting. And then we have to be running split testing. And split testing, we have to be using UTMs because that's going to give us the insight of what is working and what is not. That's going to help us to scale. So if you're new to running ads, what I would suggest is this. First, do the Mastering Funnels framework, get your architecture figured out, get your conversions figured out, and as well as your UTMs, and then start with retargeting. So retargeting is the easiest spot to start spending money because it's probably going to be the most effective way that you spend money online. And I would suggest using Facebook and Instagram for this. The reason being is because your audience size, the way that retargeting works is your bucket has to be so full, sort of an audience before it can activate and start. On Facebook and Instagram, your bucket size doesn't have to be that big. We're talking 80 to 1,000 or 100 people. On things like YouTube and TikTok, that takes 1,000 people. So if you have an offer, if you're doing, organic outreach, if you're just driving people to your website through word of mouth, through traditional marketing, it doesn't matter. Retargeting will stay in front of them. So that's exactly where I would start. Now, the next part is the intent, right? So as soon as you're ready to start sending in traffic, new traffic, cold traffic, this is where I have to, I don't want to get too long in this. I could probably talk about this for an hour. But really what you're trying to do is you're trying to understand, is this disruptive or is there intent? What I mean by that is this. If you have an e-com product, right? If you have a software, if you have an offer that somebody isn't necessarily searching for, then that is a good spot to use disruptive marketing. Disruptive marketing is most likely going to be found disruptive marketing is going to be found on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, where you're just seeing these videos in front of you. They're popping up. Maybe it's a single image ad, and they're just seeing this. And so what you can do with that is you can put those ads in front of people who have interests. Now, where the money is typically is if somebody has intent. If they're typing in their problem, right? And if they're typing in their problem and they're searching for a solution, that is where Google ads and YouTube ads really, really work well. And I know I said YouTube for disruptive because it can be, but you can also use YouTube for following people around if they type in a specific query. Best retargeting course, right? Learn how to scale ads. That is where you can put your ad in front of people who've already kind of like waved their hand like, hey, I'm interested. I'm trying to do this. So that's where I would start running ads. I would probably start on Facebook and Instagram. You're going to probably have the best, I don't want to say luck. You're going to have the best results there, most likely. And then I would graduate up into Google Ads because Google Ads is going to kind of unlock that thinking of how to go find intent. And as soon as you unlock Google Ads, that's search ads, and that is YouTube ads. And then after that, I would go down the TikTok route. I probably wouldn't go TikTok or anything like that to start with.